Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Save with Crypto live stream. My name is Save with Crypto, and I'm here with my friend and colleague and coding master, Maff. Hello, Maff. How you doing?
Hello, not bad at all, thank you. And I'm blushing now at that introduction.
Okay. Well, I mean every word. Anyway,
Oh,
um,
yeah,
so obviously yesterday we had a bit of a dump. It's funny how certain like YouTube channels and on Twitter, refer to these things as sort of like a minor correction or a slight pullback. Meanwhile, there's probably loads of people getting completely wrecked and devastated by everything. But yeah, I think it's all good though. As we spoke about yesterday, I think it was kind of what the market kind of needs. Question is, did it dump enough? I don't think it did. What do you think?
did it dump enough? Well, I don't know, because I've got my own feelings about what the dump actually signified. So I think honestly, if it dumps any further, or if it had dumped any further, really, that could have been quite a serious, my head is actually tilting as I'm watching that spin. It's quite
I,
hypnotic.
I kind of lost the eyes though as I did
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. Um, I'll be dreaming about that tonight. It'll be quite
No.
sinister. I think. Yeah.
So,
But
sorry, I
yeah.
distracted you.
Oh no, yeah. So in fact, I was actually starting to get into a bit of doom and gloom about where the market might be going. So I'm quite glad that you distracted me there. But yeah, I'll get into the doom and gloom shortly. So you've got that
Yeah,
to look forward to when you're watching. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I was a bit annoyed actually last night because I watched this coming down, and I had an alert set. I can show you actually. I think I'll show you my log, so to speak. Um, it was
yeah. This isn't that sort of show. What is
it was this one. It was the 4 hour. No, it wasn't. It was it wasn't that either. What the hell was it? Oh no, it was this one. Sorry, idiot. Right, okay. It was this one here. It was the 4 hour. No, it wasn't. On.
Oh, what was it?
Oh
You were going to
no.
show the log. Was that on the log
Yeah, no.
tab?
Well, this is what happened, isn't it? This is November the 5th. This is no. What it
Yeah.
was? No, I thought I'd set an alert for the 4 hour super up, but I hadn't because that hardly ever
Okay.
happens. What I'd
Yeah.
done is I'd set an alert for the green background on the 4 hour, but
Yeah.
I'd done it on the index chart though because I'd noticed the day before that you were seeing stuff that I wasn't, and it was because I wasn't using a chart with enough history. So that's what I did, and this one had the noise. I don't know if you can hear this actually. Did you hear that?
Well, I heard that, but I don't know if it carried on, if it carried over into the live stream.
If you heard it, it probably came out anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, so that went off last night, and I thought, this is a good opportunity to get into a bit of a long. So I actually did, and I had a long position from it wasn't as good as it could be. It was about 99,800 or whatever,
Mm.
and it went up, and it was a reasonable position, So it was about like $300 or $400 in profit when I went to bed, and I thought, I'm so sleepy, I can't watch this, So what I did, I set a well, I put a stop loss at pretty much break even, and then I set a trailing stop loss kind of below that stop loss. So I was thinking if it goes up loads, wiggles about a little bit, and goes mental, I'll wake up to a nice profit. And of course, what happened as soon as I fell asleep, the price dumped and just hit my stop loss anyway. And I woke up this morning with about $50 profit, and I thought, no, that's a bit miserable. Anyway, so it could have been a lot better. That said, it doesn't.
But still, wake you up like realizing you made $50 in your sleep. That's not bad.
It could have been worse actually. Sort of. Let's just remove this. I might keep the head there for a while.
Just to freak me out. It's peeking round the corner, isn't it?
And
I got enough of that during the day, to be honest. When
you have a cat.
Fed.
I'm allergic to things actually.
You're lucky, believe me. Don't have cats.
And the funny thing is, both my daughters, they absolutely love cats, and
of course,
especially the younger one. And like like when we lived in France, there was always a cat that popped around, and we called it Tiddles. I don't know what its French name was, and they used to play with the cat, and I was like, just keep it on the terrace, don't bring it in the house, And
what is the French for Tiddles? Les Tidoul or something.
I don't know. Well, they actually called it Moustique. Was its actual name, which is like a mosquito. Why would you call?
Okay, yeah, like a mosquito tick, I guess.
Yeah,
flying tick.
Why would you call your cat Moustique or mosquito? It's just a weird name. It's like calling a cat a sheep, that'll confuse them. Anyway, so they really like that cat and cats in general. And then the other day, she said to me, she was like, "Dad, I think I'm allergic to cats." And she's quite devastated actually, and I was thinking, oh, thank God for that. I know, cruel, isn't it? Anyway, there it is.
But, hey, sometimes life plays is what seems to be a cruel hand, and then it just turns out to be a bit of a blessing.
It does, yeah. But anyway, anyway. So what I did this morning was. I don't know. I was looking at it. I was thinking, like, is that a, it's not bouncing back like it should, is it? And what I was looking at it on smaller time frames, and I had Quadzilla on. Obviously, Quadzilla is our indicator that we have developed here. Well, I say we. It's mostly maff actually. I just did some colours. I did some colouring in.
Yeah, no, there's input from both sides. It's a team effort, as they say. I mean, it kind of relies on because an awful lot of what's gone into it is things like the EMA crossovers and so on, which I've very much just got from watching this channel in the early days.
Yeah, and I got that from Eric Crown actually. So,
oh right, okay.
So there's bits of influences all over the place.
There's a pedigree there,
Yeah. Well, he's a good analyst. So that's fine. Anyway, what I was saying was I was looking at this on like the 5-minute time frame. We did have that cross here of the yellow 21 EMA and the green 55 EMA. I mean, that did happen like a few minutes ago, and but until then it hadn't really. And I was looking at that, and I was looking at the 12-minute. I was thinking, like, I don't know, it's sort of that crossed over quite nicely at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I was thinking,
you've gone very muffled there, by the way.
Have I?
Oh, yeah. Are you back now? Yeah.
Oh, that's
just
weird.
To bit you off. Yeah.
Wonder why that was.
Oh, don't know.
Anyway. But I was looking at it on the 15-minute a few minutes ago, and this is a sort of thing where I kind of keep looking like higher and higher time frames, looking for like, for looking like it's like a strong uptrend sort of thing, and it was just getting to the 15-minute one. It just wasn't doing it, and so I don't know at the moment. I think it's looking a little bit weak for my liking, but I'd love to know what you think anyway.
Yeah, we'll definitely get onto some TA about these things. Also, a bit of a kind of longer term outlook. I was going to look at today as well, if we get the time.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Just because
I'm good for time.
I was just going to say, 'cause it's very much just. I think we're all kind of wondering at the moment. Just is this the end of the bull market, or is it going to trundle along? Just what's going on, and so on. So there's a bunch of stuff around that.
Ah,
I don't have the answer, but I
oh,
don't
I
think
thought you.
anybody does. You know,
Ah.
but we can kind of guess at some answers, I guess.
I've got the answer. The answer is 42. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Just now, I just got to try and work out what the question is.
That's exactly right. Yeah, right. Put a 42 in the comments if you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I bet that's nobody. Right, Nick's here. Hello, Nick. How you doing? Kaz. Oh, Kaz is always here. It's brilliant. Hello. And Cyprian. I guess it was called mosquito because it likes hunting mosquitoes. Oh, I see. So they actually give the name to the cat
prey.
after.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. In which case you could call. No, I can't think of an example actually.
Well, what does a lion hunt?
Well, anything really, but
Yeah, that's true. Anything that moves.
you wouldn't.
They're not fussy.
You wouldn't really have a pet lion, would you? You know.
Well, not for very long. Then the lion would make us. It's. I was going to say it's. No, I can't say it. I guess let's keep this program clean. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Mosquito. Yeah, that's probably right, actually. To be honest, because we did have, even though we lived up in the Alps and there's not that many mosquitoes there. When it did get hot in the summer, you did get the odd few there. Sort of mosquitoes don't like it when it goes cold at night, so which is why we didn't get that many. But yeah, in the summer we did because it was quite often just hanging around that kind of upper 30s, sort of all day and all night, really.
Yeah. One thing just before we go on. So obviously we're kind of primarily looking at YouTube here, but we're also very much over on X as well. And we currently have 2 people watching. So hi to both of you. One of them might be me, actually. I'm not sure. So hi to whoever's watching on X as well. Anyone here on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind, and it's a bit sneaky, really, but it'd be grateful if you just open up a separate tab or something onto. Oh, should I actually post in the link? I'll just do that. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind just clicking through to there. Oh, you've already done it. Okay, that's good. Maybe open 2 tabs then.
That wasn't me, actually.
Wasn't it?
Hey, what are you posting? Your thingy, your X account.
Interestingly, I noticed on the live thing itself, it's only come through once. Why is that showing twice? Anyway, yeah, whatever.
I was saying. Sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry. There's also one person watching on Twitch as well.
Yeah, we're on Twitch as well.
All right, make yourself
known.
Are
we also on Instagram Live?
No, for 2 reasons. One is I only set the Instagram thing up yesterday, and it's at the moment it says you can't do this. So either it's too new or because we got no followers on Instagram. That might be it. Also, the level of StreamYard we've got only allows 3 destinations, so we've used them all up now. So until we start selling like millions of subscriptions, for Quadzilla, we are stuck at 3 destinations. Talking of which, right. So during the course of the show, we might mention a certain indicator called Quadzilla. Okay, this is Quadzilla here. Depending on what country you're in, it will display the price of it in different currencies. It will either be in pounds, euros, or dollars. I think they're all roughly the same kind of value, but it works out at 60 quid a month. I think that's like 80 euros a month. I think it's what it is if you buy it for the yearly thing. Now, if you think that's expensive, it's not.
Honest gov, yeah. but genuinely, it's, yeah.
I don't think it is. I mean, I don't know. I compared it with a few other things, and I think it's somewhere between cheap and about right.
Yeah,
you know, but it's not expensive. And
well, given just kind of how consistently accurate it is, I'd say. I know there's, I think probably the majority of the people watching are people who maybe already have Quadzilla, and they, you know, there's they generally find, well, speaking for them, obviously, but I mean, I use it as well, of course. Just find that it helps so much with trading, just getting good entries and good exits, and just kind of finding levels and price reversals and so on. Mm-hmm. So you really do make that money back very, very quickly, often in like a single trade. So
yeah, I mean, if I'd have closed my trade last night rather than going to sleep, no, I've had to close it before going to sleep rather than leaving it open and hoping it would close and a nice profit. That would have paid for 4 months worth of Quadzilla.
Yeah,
it's going up. Sure. Bitcoin's going up now. What's going on?
Oh, wow.
We were just about to talk about the doom and gloom and all that, and it's going up.
Well, that's ruined my narrative for the day. Bitcoin always does it's the most pain, the max pain, isn't it?
Well, just for you, just
yeah. Well, yeah, for me specifically, I take it very personally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, do you think it's that time?
Time for a bit of TA, for sure.
Okay. And well, okay. And you see at this point straight away, Maff's there with his thing there. Brilliant, excellent. Well done.
So in fact, just before we get to the chart, here's a chart that I posted onto X. I don't know if this is the best TA, to be honest, that I posted, but it's kind of.
I'd say that.
And it's had a grand total of 10 views. Unless if I reloaded the page, it might be a few more than 10. That's actually awful. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, if anyone wouldn't mind just going over to this and just viewing it and kind of reposting or whatever, that'd be great. If I read out the number, it's 19860. No,
I'll find it.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll just post it in. But as I say, it's not the best bit of TA that exactly I've ever done. But the crux of it, though, is a critical time for Bitcoin and the broader financial markets. So a close today, I think, from the looks of things, where that's looking pretty likely now. Obviously, we're going to close above 100. I say obviously, we're going to close above 100k. We absolutely need to close the week above 100k if the bullish narrative is going to continue. And to be honest, if we're struggling to close above 100k for November, then that's going to be a very poor show. But so what I was thinking, what I might do is just redo this, so that above 100k for the day, above some bigger number for the week, like 110 or something. But something that's the result of a bit of analysis on it. and then monthly above some like 120, 130. Yeah, probably for the month.
Is
It's got to
that
be
just
above
on the
130, isn't it?
is that just to kind of future proof yourself so that look, I was right. It didn't go over 120.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Posting everything in negative terms, I think, is the way to do it. And absolutely right, Count Duck Egg.
Oh, hello, okay. Duck egg.
Yeah, and also feel privileged. We've got actual aristocracy in the house with us today, an actual count.
Yep.
So yeah, so I was thinking. I mean, genuinely though, I think to close the month in a bullish sort of way, like an absolute minimum really of 130, we're going to need, aren't we? If there's to be any kind of continued bullish narrative for it, and then it's going to be so if November was going to be Moonvember, like October was going to be October, kind of didn't work out. If November was going to be Moonvember, still hope it works out. But then if it doesn't, we'd be relying on December to be just whatever the hell that would be. Desperate ember, something. So yeah, so I'll probably do a revised version of this at some point with some just slightly more meaningful numbers, as I say. But talk about this kind of bullish narrative and so on, and is it the end? Is it just the beginning? And so on. I did find this morning just conflicting narratives, and so Raoul Powell, I can never say his name in a normal way, but no one wants to hear bullish ideas, and everyone is scared and wants to fling poo at each other. Well, I know I do. Just like a compulsion every day. But that's a separate problem. But the road to Valhalla is getting a bit prosaic. I don't really know what because that's where like dead people go, isn't it? So I don't quite know what he means there. I guess it's a brave thing, isn't it? Like let's all kind of start running at each other, drunk on Skull Lager, and dribbling and hitting each other with inflatable axes, I guess.
That's Benidorm, isn't it?
Yeah, the road to Benidorm is getting very close. I think that's exactly what he means there. So
actually, talking to Benidorm, actually, we went to Valencia, and there's a sign there saying the Holy Grail, and it's like, you don't have to look for it; it's there. There's a sign that tells you where it is. Anyway,
oh wow, okay.
So there you go. Yeah,
I'm sure there's some lesson to be learned there, isn't there? Some moral, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So all along it was in Valencia.
Yeah, just follow the sign. Yeah.
Yeah. So if global liquidity is the single most dominant, so basically, he's saying follow the M2 money supply, the global M2 money supply. I think that's kind of what he's saying. Remember it's the 5th today, isn't it? Remember, blah blah blah, etc. Yeah. 5th of November. The only game in town is rolling $10 trillion in debt. Everything else is a sideshow. I don't know. Very much speaking in absolutes here, which I always get a little bit kind of dubious about. But this bit, I think, the government shutdown has forced a sharp tightening of liquidity, which is true, and I think that probably is having more of a downward effect on prices than we maybe generally give credit for. Not offset by the ability to drain the reverse repo. It's drained, all right, and quantitative tightening drains it further. Yeah, because I guess they've technically ended it, but they're not. They haven't got to the quantitative easing yet, have they? That's not going to be until like into next year, I think. Well, no. Sorry, when were they saying they were going to start printing? Unless it's already happened.
I don't know.
They've already started. So anyway, blah blah blah. So I think what he's essentially saying is that people shouldn't be bearish. There's going to be a lot of kind of upward moves from here, and I think particularly he has got a point, particularly around like if the government shutdown stops and becomes the government open up, which might be. I mean, there are some estimates that it might be kind of mid-November, I think, when that's likely to happen, 14th or 15th maybe, and that could well just coincide with some other kind of bullish factors. So Moonvember could well very much be game on, but it's just going to be a little bit scary initially, I think. So there's that. That's kind of this slightly dodgy bullish side, I think. The more sort of bearish side, sorry, that a lot of that I was couching that in bearish terms, to be honest. But yeah, actually, yeah. So Count Duck Egg. Thank God we got you here. You're answering these important things. So quantitative easing in December, I think. Yeah, I seem to recall that now. That so that's when they turn the printers on, and Valhalla is of course Viking Heaven, and this is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now, isn't it? Valhalla was of course Viking Heaven. Yeah, quantity in December.
Right, it's good that we can phone a friend anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, talking about moons, by the way, tonight is a perigee moon, actually.
Oh, interesting.
So
to say a peregrine, like a falcon.
Perigee.
Oh, perigee. Okay.
You get a perigee and an apogee moon. It's a super moon, you know. So it's the biggest moon you get, actually.
When is the? Because I know, like a few years ago, or maybe it's every year. I don't know. There was a something like a super blood wolf moon. I think.
I don't know.
But it happens every now and again.
Don't know. No. Years and years ago, I used to get involved with these ridiculous advertising campaigns with a mate of mine who sold mortgage payment protection insurance, and what he used to do, he used to schmooze like people in newspapers like the Sun and the Mirror and all that, so that he could run what they called advertorials, in it, where you have like what looks like a story, but it's actually an advert. And people would actually think, oh yes, that's good. I'm going to put my bank details into this coupon and cut it out, put it in an envelope, and send it off with a check. He did actually used to sell some insurance like that, but we had to sort of like schmooze the newspaper people first, so we used to do that by inventing ridiculous insurance. And we did it one year with one of these perigee moons, where we had some insurance called wolf safe insurance, that basically insured you against turning into a werewolf. And we actually got the policy done by a guy who worked for Lloyd's as an underwriter, and it was so hilarious. It was like, he went, okay, he said, right, so policy starts, and we're like, sunset on the 20th of December until sunrise 21st of December. and it was hilarious. It got in the newspapers and everything. It was anyway, sorry, I digressed there.
No. Was that kind of prior to
the internet
memes? Yeah. So predated memes.
That was back in late 90s actually. But basically what had happened,
things going viral, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but basically what had happened was I just started making websites and stuff, and I kind of met him, and we basically decided to put that business online, and then it became like a FTSE 250 company, and he sold it for like millions of pounds, and
well, that's all right. Yeah,
it was all right for him. Yeah, I could have got a better deal, but
like a share of that $250 million.
Yeah. He did look after me though for many years. Okay. But anyway, that's but yeah, no, it was a good story anyway. But maybe some other time. Anyway, I put you off a lot.
Just a bit, but that's fine. I think that's kind of what this is about, isn't it? This,
okay.
Daily thing. It's the digressions and so on. So yeah, just to finish this bit off then. So the more kind of bearish case is essentially that we know all about these things: money printing, global liquidity, lots of buy-ins to ETFs, blah 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 blah. All of these things, all the bullish narratives, but the market knows about them too. Essentially, just it's already priced in, I think is kind of what he's saying. Just Bitcoin's going to zero. I think not particularly, but every time there's a major pullback, we do get all the tweets putting out saying, oh, but don't forget there's this, there's this, there's that, and the market's still going up. So just two very kind of different takes on the current market. So yeah, from that, should we play the jingle and get to the TA now?
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
So
we've done the jingle.
I know, yeah.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
just I took so long to get to the actual TA. It seems like a lifetime ago now. So
look, we got. Look at this. This is the first one ever from Villainous. Best viewers. Okay, right. That's someone spamming, but at least he's from Twitch.
Okay.
First comment from Twitch. Brilliant. All right.
Beautiful. Anyway. Okay. That's so congratulations, sir or madam, or something in between.
I think it's just a spammer actually, but
yeah, spambot. Hello, spambot. Thank you. I mean, there's a definite honour there. Honour for spambots. Honour among spambots. Anyway, so I think also I don't know if we repeat this one. So Count Duck Egg. The problem is what is going on in the traditional markets. They think AI is overvalued. There's a lot of selling. Yeah. It's a bit of a shame that selling that's going on in the stocks, it isn't kind of rotating over into Bitcoin. I guess the stock market does affect Bitcoin in a different way from what more kind of risk-off markets like gold and silver, what they do. So yeah. Also, interestingly, the Dixie has been climbing, isn't it?
how is it?
I think I pronounced that like CKSY instead of XY. The Dixie. Have I got it on here? Do I need to bring it? Can you see Dixie anywhere? DXY there, right in front of me. So on the daily, yeah, this has been climbing up. And I think, and obviously, as long as so the US dollar index, as long as this continues to climb, certainly it's still looking pretty strong. Then Bitcoin is going to suffer. It's just kind of how it is, and the stock market, of course, is going to suffer too. It's a bit worrying that we've got that retracement level all the way up there at 106. But what's interesting with this is that some of these kind of shorter term ones are being just met. So this one, obviously the up, down, touch the line, and then back up, and this one, again another bullish one. So it kind of had the little mini up, then the down, and then the up, and straight into another one, which is also a little mini up, then the down, and then the up. So these bullish retracements seem to be working kind of annoyingly well for the Dixie at the moment. So we kind of wanted ideally a bearish retracement level to appear here now, and for then so it'd be like a little mini down, little mini up, and then a thunderous just descent, collapse down, and that'd be wonderful for Bitcoin. But yeah, maybe that won't really start happening until December then, when the quantitative easing starts. So this is really going to work against Bitcoin, isn't it? So if this continues, even if it just stays, if it starts just trending sideways for into the rest of the month, then that's going to that's not going to do Bitcoin any favors really. So, but I do suspect that mid-November we're going to start to see some serious kind of good price action, I think, for Bitcoin. Yeah, if I jump back to that. So what I drew in for this, was it yesterday or the day before, I think, was kind of, and I can't remember if it was actually on the daily, it probably was. But essentially, yeah, so when Bitcoin was, I guess, about there, it would have been, so like, 104-ish, and there were very much two options at that point. Either the price is going to range a bit and then head up, or is going to do that and head down. And it obviously what it did was a lot closer to that one, really. It didn't even range; it just plummeted. So, maybe it's on the. Because why was I thinking that would range? Maybe it's more that, because it had a little bit of a liquidity build up there. And then it's more like drop, range, down, but instead of just down, which, to be honest, might work out a little bit better if it's just like a very decisive kind of just wiping out of just order volume just there, of liquidity, and then just kind of back up again, liquidity grab, as they say. So if that can, so it's kind of back to this, what I drew in as a bullish order block. Although, to be honest, that one might have actually just ended just there anyway, just all, because it seems like those buy orders that would have been in this would have just been absolutely cancelled out, liquidated by that solid price move down. So, but yeah, if this can just kind of, so it might well just kind of head straight out. Let's put on the VRVP. Yeah, there's not, obviously if I move this around, that's going to change anyway. Let's do that. What does this change to then? That. So, yeah, interestingly, so there's obviously within this range here, so there's a lot of order volume right there, and this now, I think that now is invalid. I could even just delete it. If I can tap the right thing, yeah. And there was this. So that's an extension of a bullish retracement level that was that appeared from some time back, and it's one of those ones that now you can see it's still kind of forming kind of a relevant range top just there. So if the price ends up kind of doing that a bit, it really does depend, doesn't it? What's nice on here though is that Quadzilla is called. Is this one that you mentioned in the video earlier this morning?
What time
super
frame?
up.
Yeah,
it's on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the one before that was June 2024.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of quite cool.
Really, really is. Yeah. So on the 4 hour, these are kind of rare. It's like the super wolf blood moon. It's a rare thing, but when they appear, you really need to pay attention to them and get your werewolf insurance in. And kind of same with this. When you see this, it's significant. So yeah, that could well be the start of a wonderful thing, right there. So it's certainly up from this line, and kind of, which is kind of virtually on the 100k level, really. So obviously where that this 4 hour candle opened was 100,400-ish. So yeah, I was going to say, so from there then, if we can get up to, certainly up above, is that line I drew in? Was it? Yeah, that's point of control all the way up there for the VRVP. So actually, let's do that. Cut out some of that historic noise, I suppose. So yeah, if this can get kind of above there, and then just into each of these ranges, really. There's this area here, another area of liquidity that put that in. What's it about blue? blue's right. Then another one just here. So there's going to be reactions to these kind of open orders that are built along here and here, and then just kind of, so yeah, that what am I trying to say? Just bullish case be bullish, I guess. We could that unless something radical happens and we just see a strong impulse move back up to these sorts of levels here, kind of, well, back up to 110 really. Then if that doesn't happen, then we might just see more of a steady climb back up, which I think it could be equally good, to be honest. If it was doing that, just moving positively until mid-November, and then rising stratospherically, then that could be kind of good. If I put on the, just if I can find it, yeah, order volume, so you can kind of see on this that for that big drop there's a massive amount of sell order volume there, and if the response had been a little titchy amount of buys, then that would have been really worrying, because that would have been a sign that there's just going to be more downside. But in fact, the response has been quite strong from that, so that's actually quite a good sign. So yeah, that's the 4 hour. Let's have a quick look at. In fact, shall I delete those now? They're just scribbles really on me. And if you have a quick look at what's on here. What was this actually? Yeah, sorry. If we go to maybe the weekly, because it is kind of worth a bit of a look at this. And should I just delete all my lines? Should just do that, because we can. In tomorrow's live stream, we can just start afresh with new TA on that one. So essentially, yeah. I think this also is kind of what you were talking about earlier as well, in the video, which is essentially that. So on the weekly, you can see. Oh no, so yeah, this was slightly different. Sorry. So this shows kind of, you can see like each of these prior tops that we've seen. This unfortunately is going less towards the bullish case now. This is kind of, so just to warn you in advance, this gets serious. This gets a bit bearish, but there is some hopium after this too. Just to let you know. So that like local cycle top there, which was kind of back in March 24, 11th of March-ish, that took us down to a low of there, which is just over 30%, say 32% drawdown from the top to the low. Then kind of had a similar thing where you kind of from that one or that one, I guess that was the top, wasn't it? That down to the low was, again, depending where I put that, just over 30%, so between 31 and 32, depending how shaky my mouse hand is when I'm measuring it. And this top here, if we had a similar thing from there, that 30% would take us down, in fact 32 really, wasn't it? Well, in fact, funnily enough, it takes us right down to that this bullish retracement level, which is at 84.9. So it's a thing about if past price history repeats itself, then you might expect that. But sometimes I do feel like that's just kind of superstition. It's like, every time I walked past this house, a seagull crapped on my shoulder or something, or crapped on my head, and I had to pretend that it was a trendy hairstyle or something, and try and brave it out for the rest of the day. And that happened twice. Each morning I walked past. So this morning it's bound to happen again. So I've pre-applied Tipex into my hair to try to try and make it look intentional.
I could wear a hat.
No, don't be silly. So yeah,
Crash on
yeah. In case there's a whole flock of seagulls above.
it. Yeah.
So so yeah, it's kind of it's superstition, isn't it? Well, it happened twice, therefore it's bound to happen a third time. But that's the thing about these price charts, isn't it? That they do often work out that way. It's just, is there some actual pattern there, which meant that 32% drawdown was very much a thing, or was it just a bit of a weird coincidence? And is the same going to happen here? This suggests that it might, but then that might just kind of close later on. When we're in some type of a terrible bear market, and the price is just working its way down for a bit into the crypto winter. So I think, well, I hope that, yeah, okay. What do I hope? I think if that happens, I'd say, and if it happens like this month or even December, that would probably mark either the end of the bull market, or it would just signify that it's just going to be an absolutely rubbish end to the bull market. There'd be weakness if it bounces from there and comes up. It may not even get back to this all-time high. So I kind of hope, I hopiums, I do, that it's just going to be, that this will come into play much later, and same for this one. The 63. I could see the price coming down to there again, but just later. So if that does mark the end, then really, yeah, it means that this would have been a damp squib of an end to the bull market. But there is one ray of hopium, as I was saying earlier. Just unfortunately, the hopium is in the form of an opinion. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. As the stream does make me cheerful.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, and Scotty, just while we're there, hey, and hi. And yeah, so the hopium. So I think what it is, this really hopeful opinion, is that most of the analysis that we've seen, a bit like this, kind of the 30% drawdown and all that, it tends to be based on previous cycles and previous price behaviour, as if this cycle is no different. But if we go, I'm actually on the weekly. This ought to be. Actually, just for a second, I'm going to do the unthinkable and switch that off for a moment. We've got RSI in there as well. Didn't realise. Where was the previous? Oh, I need to do this, don't I? There we go. More price data. It's been different, isn't it? This cycle, because in previous ones it's just we've had this kind of actually that was one, wasn't it? 2021. There was such bullishness generally. What's going to support my case here? Volume maybe. Yeah. Lots and lots of order volume. Just wham bam kind of just price moves, and are we done? Are we done? No, we're not. Here we go again, and so on. That was the last one, wasn't it? When was the one before that? That seems like it was probably.
I think the thing there is if you've got an asset that's gone up like a few 1,000% in the past sort of like year or so, then it's a reasonable assumption to think that it might do something similar in the future, or at least it will go up a bit. Whereas at the moment it's not going to go up 1,000%. Well, I doubt it, but
never say never. But yeah,
well, so different laws apply. So
yeah. So yeah, definitely. I think so. Obviously, the market has matured. There's institutional money into it now. There's politics involved. There's just big players that there just weren't there before, and they're doing their own manipulation on the price, and so there's been more of a steady chug uphill, really, isn't it? I mean, big drawdowns, obviously. I mean, that was, yeah, just this year has been such a weird year, considering it's been a bull market. I know I kind of measured that as 30-ish, isn't it? Percent down. But yeah, just probably designed to confuse the hell out of everyone. But yeah, as saying it obviously is different, but just even macro conditions aside, the charts have shown this kind of steady chug uphill overall. Just rather than I mean, that's not doing my case any favours there, but I was going to say rather than the steep sprints that we've seen before. So just who's to say that it won't just keep doing that into next year? I think what's probably, I mean, obviously with steep sell-offs along the way, I think that that's definitely going to be a thing as well. But I think what we have kind of maybe seen this time around is, and it doesn't so much show up on here, I think, because like previously, when we've seen kind of steep, well, been like, not even like that, yeah, even more previously, there's kind of been like a steep move up and then a slow, painful, just grind back down, and then I've probably drawn that too far, and then a steep move up, and even backwards, and and so on. This time it feels like it's been more kind of chug, 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 and so on, with the sound effects, and yeah, it's kind of it's been the opposite kind of effect from previous times. But if that continues to happen, just like chug painfully up, everyone's just feeling it and complaining, then steep drawdown, blah blah blah, steep correction, steep blah blah up again. Steep. If it keeps doing that, who's to say it's not just going to keep doing that into next year? So, I mean, yeah, if that happens, it's obviously good for this channel, say for the Savewith Crypto channel, because it's extended bull market. So yeah. But and I think it also kind of ties in with macroeconomic factors coming up, like obviously the quantitative easing, and that'll extend into next year. There'll be the new Fed bod in April. I think it's April. The China deal will hopefully be a bit more kind of ratified and sealed and dealed and so on. And hopefully we'll start to see some benefits from that. So like the US economy should improve from that, and the China economy as well should improve a lot from that too. So we should see effects from that on both sides start to just kind of rotate over into the market. So yeah. So if there isn't, if it turns out that, so the two the two end of the bull market cases, I think, it's just been a rubbish damp squib, and and now we're just going down from here. We've had our all-time high. We should all be grateful. See you in 4 years. Or it's kind of you ain't seen nothing yet. There's going to be a blow off top in Q4 to mark out the year, and then down in crypto winter until next time. So those are the two end of cycle narratives I can see. The other one is that it just kind of keeps on chugging uphill into next year. I'm kind of hoping for that, honestly.
What, the long slow chug sort of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Not sure it'll do that, but I don't know. Might do. Yeah.
So yeah, Scotty's saying apparently no top. Oh, sorry, there's one before that, wasn't there? The cycle has been driven by institutions, not retail. Yeah, definitely. You can really see it just in the amount of kind of order volume has been just so low compared to the previous cycles. It's all the way down there, isn't it? In terms of like buy, sell, order volume. Institutions don't care about rainbow charts, etc. Yeah, that's us in retail, isn't it? We're wowed by the by the pretty colours. But yeah, definitely. Apparently, no top indicators have flashed a top yet. I think I've got a thing for that. Let me just bring that up. Where's the thing? Is it on here? Yeah, crypto market cycle indicators. So we've got kind of what have we got? Yeah, talk about rainbow charts. Isn't it pretty? I love it. So yeah, kind of hit the bottom of that in where I'm trying to point there, whatever. Is it 23-ish? Probably. Yeah, halfway between there. So, and it's just kind of stayed in that kind of like lower area. It hasn't like gone. Well, I suppose that was an extended amount of time down there, but this time it's extended amount of time. It hasn't really made its way up yet. So, from that point of view, that suggests there's still a long way to go. But obviously, this is only measuring effects, isn't it? I don't think we necessarily can use this as a reliable predictor of what's to come. It's more just like, in a fair world, this should now do that and head up. But it's like, reality burger, it isn't a fair world. It's just that the market does what the market does. Yeah, so, and then crypto market cycle top indicators, absolutely. Oh, I think there's a better one here. Is it this one? Yeah, these just because they got a graphical thing. So I think kind of there's some down there. Bitcoin dominance is way up, but these are not that cycle toppy in the way. Well, I suppose potentially they can be, because Bitcoin dominance has been absolutely just thrashing it lately. Even as the Bitcoin price drops. But obviously all that really means is that the alts have been dropping even faster. So that's not a great thing at all. And I do wonder about the alt season now, if what's going to happen there. So if the slow continued chug uphill narrative continues, does that leave room for an alt season? I think the Q4 blow off top probably would. It would leave room for a very brief alt season. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a handful of alts, though, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. The maybe one or two 100x or 1000x surprises. It just surprises everyone, but the majority will be the usual suspects. I think that might 3x if we're lucky, 3 or 4x.
Yeah, and meanwhile you'll have people staring at their polka dot bags, sort of
and crying,
wondering why it's not moved,
Just kind of singing wild cries. Itsy bitsy teeny. Yeah. So, but these ones definitely these are far from topping out. But this could be the damp squib thing. Hate to be so negative about it. It could be like, go on, you're going to hit 100, and then it gets to there, and then it's kind of slides back for the next few years. God, I really am being negative today. I don't mean to be that negative, because I think that I believe that there is still a lot of upside in the near future.
Yeah, well, the actual price is going up. Actually, I mean, do you want a little look at the? Have a look at the current price on, I don't know, like quite a small time frame, and maybe
12. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could sort of describe a bit how Quadzilla works and how you can interpret what it's doing.
Yeah, let's return to the normal kind of
just while it's going
cheerful
up.
programming.
What are you looking at the 12 minutes?
Where is Quadzilla? Did I just delete it?
It's
that's right.
It's finished.
Oh, you know what? I think I've actually got. I'm just going to refresh a page, because I think that's even showing the.
We've gone out of business.
The wrong one. It's been banned. Delete those. That's part of my miserable talk, isn't it? let me, yeah, I'll just get rid of the RSI. I like the RSI. Yeah. The RSI is good. Yeah. I'm going to move, yeah, I'm going to re-add. Let's go from, where am I looking? I forgot what it, sorry. Probably that one actually.
See, I've got it in my favourites, sort of.
That was supposed to add. Where is it? Should I click it again?
Yeah. Don't know what you
There
done.
you go. I need to. There you
You
go.
got
I
two
did it
then.
twice now. Hooray! I need to click it with more conviction. So
Okay.
yeah, like I really mean it.
It's
So
probably
yeah,
a Linux click.
yeah. So limp-wristed Linux click. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. So all right. So we're back on the weekly again. Let's go to something a bit more. I mean, oh yeah, we did that. We did long term, didn't we? Let's look at.
The reason I was going to get you to look at this is because I know some people in the Discord some people get a little bit confused what happens with the retracement lines when they go from like the 2 pixel to the 1 pixel sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's go through that.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's something you could maybe clear up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And it's retracement level, by the way.
What did I say?
Well, I think we've all started saying lines, but
Okay.
technically they're retracement levels.
Okay.
So that's my I don't know what that is. It's probably something quite negative. So yeah, essentially, I mean, this is a good example here. Talk about negative. So this is a bearish retracement level, because that seems to be where my mind is today. Let's talk misery. So on this one, essentially, so is that a good example? So yeah, each retracement level, whether it's bearish or bullish, it plays out in 3 steps. So the first step, in the case of the bearish, is that you get the price going down below the level, heads down to wherever, and then usually at that point, down here, the stochastic momentum oscillator will tell you, or give you a very good sign of like where that's kind of bottomed out. So like, get ready to place a long if you want to, heading back up to the level, and you can kind of see that happens there. This is the magic of Quadzilla, by the way. This works over and over and over. So that happens, and then so the price comes up. So what's happened is that there's a step 1, which is down to there, then a step 2, which comes back up to the level and up to wherever the top is. In this case, I guess it's kind of there, just happening quickly within the same candle, really. And then yeah, something like that. And then the step 3 is kind of when it's kind of come back down and below the line. And because it's bearish, then at that point, so the step 3 bit is where the line goes thinner and also darker color. So in 1.6, which is kind of what we have here, I should switch that on as well. So you can actually change the thickness of the lines, so to really kind of make that stand out a bit. If I can find it. Where did it go? Oh, I'm not even on the right thing. That's fine. So yeah, line width. So step 2, let's just make that a bit exaggerated, like 4 pixels. And whoop, yeah, fattened a bit. So what's before the arrowhead is it's just drawn that bit back, so you can kind of see the level that it's coming from. Whoops, I accidentally cancel it. Oh no, it's kept the thickness. So, and then the point where it really starts drawing is kind of the arrowhead onwards. It's like from there, you can see it's a bit thicker. Yeah, so like for bearish, it's kind of that down, up, down. The down hasn't happened yet for that one, but it's usually a pretty safe bet that it will come down to that level, which is 100.7. But yeah, so on this bullish example here, bullish retracement level. It's kind of, so it's the inverse of the bearish. So bearish is down, up, down. Bullish is up, down, up. So step 1 is the up, step 2 is the down, and then step 3, which happened very quickly here, is the up. So the idea is that because this is a bullish, it's a bullish signal. So it's telling you when to get ready, really, to place a long. So it's like, and of course you can trade from it in all these earlier steps as well. But the main bit really is, once it's come back down to here, now get ready to place a long, for the up, like so. And that's kind of that. So, and it's kind of when, like, actually here's an example. When the step 3 is playing out, essentially it means that you could kind of start to place the long kind of anywhere from down here. Once you know that that this is bottomed out, and this kind of thing is usually a very good sign that it's bottomed out, because that candle came down, it wicked significantly, and then there was obviously upward pressure, reversal there, and then the next candle was the reverse. So that's obviously a price reversal right there, and because of this, you can be really confident that does mean that price of the reverse is now coming up to this level and beyond. So either place the long or wait a bit and kind of wait for some confirmation or other, and get ready to place the long there. You can place I was going to say a limit order. What's it? You can place a trigger order, really, to trigger once the price comes up to a certain level. But then if you wanted to, you could just go into the long anyway if you're confident about it, and just get a better entry. And then of course this one played out very, very nicely. Just hey, that worked out well. In the meantime, another one is drawn, and you kind of know that's going to play out too. So same kind of thing. It's in the step 2. Well, really, it's in the step 1/2 at the moment. It's kind of doing up, then the down, however far down it goes, and then there'll be the up for the long. So that in itself is bullish. Similarly, in the sense that we've had higher lows here as well. If I do that, I want to see more of that really. Yeah, look at that's actually pretty good, even from there. Kind of down at 98, 99, isn't it? So down, everybody's depressed. Higher low, higher low, higher low. So on, that might come down. If it just drops a little bit below there, then it's another higher low. Then we might well see it come up to this bearish retracement up there, which is at 103.7. So it might react. It might just drop a bit and then back up. And then we've got this one, this bullish, which is in its step 3. So when it hits that, or when it comes up to that, as long as it gets beyond that level, which is 104.5, shouldn't be too difficult, surely. Then at that point we should see some significant upside. Then, if a similar thing to this happens, then that should be good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. In your X post, we did.
Yep.
You did say that we'd talk about the thing that happens on Friday.
Oh yeah, let's.
Should we do that? Because that's, well, while we're talking about retracements and stuff, I think this is quite an interesting one. So let's do this.
We should do it.
On Free Chippy Friday, we gather and munch. Golden fish and chips, the perfect lunch. By the seaside with girls in a flock. Please savor the moment of Chippy Watch.
So Chippy, Chippy is a token that was made by that Martini guy, and it's it was looking quite rosy this time last year because version 2 was kind of promised in February. For various reasons, that hasn't happened actually. So the price of it has come down a bit, and it's quite uncanny how something with, that's one of your words, isn't it? Uncanny.
Uncanny,
It's quite uncanny how with Quadzilla, it's actually worked really well with a token that, well, A, has a tiny market cap, B, is kind of manipulated quite a lot by a few whales who buy and sell the Chippy token, and C, this isn't even a US dollar chart, it's a chart of Chippy versus Solana. So it's almost like everything's against it working properly, but it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite uncanny. Damn it. Yeah. So
Uncannily uncanny.
it really is. It's. I mean, this obviously the bit we're talking about, isn't it? Just this level here. But just before we cover that, so I was on the 12-minute just then. Pseudo accidentally, is that a thing? I don't know. So I'm sorry, mate. It was a pseudo accident. So just on this, on the 12 minutes, I was quite shocked just how well some of this has played out. So, well, I suppose there's nowhere really to trade with leverage, is there, on Chippy coin?
No.
But
actually, I suppose you can do on Jupiter Dex, but I did try it once, and it's not a nice experience. But
okay, in what sense? Just fees ridiculously high.
Well, it's the sort of thing where to actually create the position, you do pay a fee. And then if you decide, oh no, actually I don't think I want it there, I want to move it, so you have to kind of cancel it and create a new position, and you'll pay a fee each time you do that. And I was just,
wow, okay.
And it doesn't feel very quick because, well, it doesn't with this because obviously there's not tons of liquidity, but
so there's a lot, I guess. Anything is going to involve like slippage, and such like, and all of the usual Dex stuff.
I mean, I don't have much experience really of doing a lot of Dex trading, but it's not as sexy as it's not sexy as a sex as a central exchange.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, also just like, could you trust a stop loss?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of the time you can't on a centralized exchange anyway, or in really kind of busy times. But when all the liquidity is just suddenly unavailable, oh my god, But anyway, yeah. So this on the 12 minutes, it's just like it caught that move there, so that price is going to go up and come down. That was. I mean, sometimes this happens where just the step 1 and 2 plays out, and obviously when step 3 also plays out, then it's a bit of a treat, So and here, I mean, that kind of dark clouds above thing was kind of a big old order block that I drew in like a long time ago. So you can kind of see all along here the price has just been toying with that order block level, just like trying to get back in there. Nope, back in. Nope. Well, no, it didn't even get there, and then bleh, down. But here, this bearish retracement kind of played out just pretty damn well. You could say it's that this actually called the drop. I mean, that, to be honest, that did as well. There's a series of bearish retracements. This one, and that that one's a bit early, but this one's kind of saying, price is going to go down, then it's going to go up. It did, and it's going to come back down. It did, and then obviously it ranged, but then it very much continued to go down. And this is kind of a you can see that as a confirmation, really. Even this bullish retracement level was, getting in on the act. As I was saying just now, did that, price is going to come back down to here. It did, pretty much exactly for that. And then, but that one is very much price is going to. What was that actually saying? It's saying price is going to go down, then it's going to go back up, which it did in the same candle. Then it's going to come back down, and kabumo. And then down here, we had the bearish trend shield came into it. Oh, even that. Those. So I'm getting a bit excited. Oh my god, even that. So these two super ups. I mean that second one was maybe getting a bit too excited, but this one definitely was kind of saying, hey, the price is exhausted, and careful now. So this, if you'd kind of longed here, and then the trend shield came in, so you would have had time to go like, oh, trend shield, cancel that order. So this very much like had your back for that trade, and you can kind of see it with this what's going on in the stochastic anyway. But then very much here, this is kind of saying, yeah, the sellers are exhausted, but hey, careful now because there's more. Down, steps down, and then here that's sort of fading out. But critically, the stochastic oscillator just kind of turned, saying like upside, and then boom up, and here kind of up, down, up. That one is lovely. Another just kind of perfect, just all the way through it really. So yeah, as I was saying, just considering where Chippy is sold and so on, that's uncanny.
It is, yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess. So, yeah, we're looking at the daily, weren't we? Yeah.
I would love to know the status of this project because this is sort of getting down to the bit where I think shall I buy a little bit more?
Yeah.
But I'm obviously down quite a bit in what I've bought already. 'Cause I bought the chunk of it in October last year. But there again, I don't know how much was Solana then. I can't remember. Don't know.
Yeah,
It's an interesting one. Anyway, but that's there for anybody who is interested in that. But it kind of goes to show that the way Quadzilla works, it as long as there's a chart there, it just seems to work, doesn't it?
Very, very much. I mean, it's so like here on the daily. So I mean, one thing with this, so just to point out, is that was the order block that I'd drawn in. So we were seeing the effects of that just on the 12-minute, whereas the price are just trying to get back up into that area. But they were obviously sell orders lurking within that just pushed it back down.
Yeah.
And just like major plunge there on Friday. Was that the day of when just? I mean this on daily. So that was some number of days back, wasn't it? Back 10th of October.
Oh yeah.
It's just been so like it goes to show, because this is Chippy, as you're saying, this is Chippy's soul. But even with that, this wasn't really kind of insulated from the overall market effects. You'd think just as it's against the price of Solana, which itself plummeted, and obviously it's well down now. But even this against Solana itself is down anyway.
Yeah.
So it's the multiplier effect, isn't it? Because similarly, when Solana starts heading back up again, you'd imagine that Chippy itself will probably be heading up against Sol. So and that's the value of this sort of coin. I think that is very, very good in a bull market. In a bear market, it's just painful and depressing. But in a bull market, that's very much good times, well, better times, because you get that multiplier effect of having Chippy on Sol in this case. So yeah, it touched that line, which is bizarre, because we were talking about this such a lot back just all the way along here, and just like when the price is up here, we're saying, well, can't really see the price is going to make its way back. We were even saying that about here, this
Yeah,
one, I
no.
can't really imagine it's going to come back and touch that level.
Yeah.
Blump. Well, in fact, there, blump, and it did. But it won't get back down to here. And then just, I think Quadzilla is probably a bit smug now.
Yeah, it's so nearly there, But
Yeah.
the weird thing is, I mean, from the last things I heard and stuff, and what I've seen on Telegram, you would assume that's, if things carry on the way they are, that will probably touch that retracement level like quite soon in the next sort of like month or so. Which will probably coincide with the version 2 coming out, and then that will naturally go up anyway. It's almost like it's well, people often say that, don't they, that the TA sort of shows you what's going to happen in the real world, but
weirdly, so it is weird how these things tend to coincide, and I think you're probably right that something like that will happen. It's so someone needs to sell just a teeny bit more chippy, not too much, just for it to touch this line, and then suddenly V2 of chippy will be complete.
Yeah,
because that's how it works.
Yeah,
so,
and it'll go back up. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all brilliant. Okay. We've actually done an hour and 20 minutes. Actually, where did the time go? That's almost like a feature length film, isn't it? You
kind of is, yeah, like a rom-com or just a So if it's something starring The Rock, and he's going just hunting underground dinosaurs or something, and they're usually about an hour 20, aren't they?
Or you could have watched Carry On Camping or something instead.
Yeah.
Instead, you're watching Carry On Trading.
Yeah, which is probably just as camp.
Oh, titty, you not? No, sorry, that's wrong. But anyway, so well, unless you've got anything else to say, I think that's probably there's probably about it. Just one very, very quick thing. So I did bring up Jelly USD. I mean, this is about as degen a coin as it gets, I think. I mean, just look at that. Pumped and bet. I haven't got much to say about that, except that it looks pretty awful now. But this is the one that came up is it was on the Kex pairs screener. It was at the top for Bitunix, in terms of like the top biggest changer over the last 24 hours. So it drew my attention to it. I ended up not trading it because I thought it just looked so bloody risky. It's like, no, that's right. But in fact, how did I go onto the 6 minute? Oh, I guess it just was when I clicked on it. If I show that on the 4 hour, money, pretty safe short. To be fair, looking at that, Quadzilla is kind of saying when it's up here, when it's up there, is kind of saying, what the price is going to come down to here. It may even come down to here, and there's an awful lot of, watch out, whoomp, it's coming down. So that would have been a pretty good short, to be fair. Like, say if you caught it from there, so far, like 45%. It wouldn't have been on very high leverage on something like this. For say on 2x, that'd be close to 100% short. But hey, not that I'm recommending that. It's just kind of interesting to see. That's cool. Scotty's been in space since 2016. Oh no, sorry, you've been in the space since 2016.
Yeah. I was going to say it's pretty impressive.
I know. How's Major Tom? 2015. He's saying Bitcoin is forming a hidden bullish divergence in the 1 week time frame.
Should we have a very quick look?
Yeah, of course.
Come back. Let's see if it shows up on Quadzilla, actually, for that matter. So a bullish divergence on the weekly. So we talk about on the RSI perhaps.
I think that's what most people mean, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, I'll take your word for that. But I think generally, I mean, this is overall looking pretty good. I think because which was that level there?
I mean,
yeah,
on the weekly time frame, it's still, just looking at the EMAs and stuff, it's very much still in an uptrend anyway, isn't it?
yeah,
And,
it is overall. Yeah,
and that thing I did point out this morning actually was that thing about it sort of, coming back to the 55 EMA, which
yeah,
it seems to have done on the way up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, if it's the same thing. If it does what it's done in the past, looks like there's more upside. So
yeah. Sure. Because like even on these, I mean, the there's been quite a significant drop, of course, but the momentum oscillator isn't really particularly bearish there, because it's that the weighted average is only kind of, it's like it's grudgingly coming down. It's not really like we're in an express elevator to hell kind of kind of downward plunge. It's more just dropping a bit. You kind of very much see that just curving round and heading back up. So yeah, overall that's actually looking okay. The 9 EMA is obviously the faster moving one, so that's kind of approaching the 21. But again, because the 21 isn't particularly plunging down, it's just kind of you can see those kind of leveling off and heading back up. Yeah, I think the 55 will just kind of work its steady way up. So obviously I haven't got the 5 EMA on, but these seem to be pretty much in the right order, don't they? So for an upward move from there. Yeah. I think I'm done.
All right, that all makes sense. And right, so excellent.
Should we shill the Discord? Have we done that?
We haven't, and we should. And yeah, if you want to talk about it, I'll flash up some banners and QR codes.
Sure. Okay. Saving my money for Black Friday to get Quadzilla. Well, yeah. We talked about that. There'll probably be a bit like a absolutely terrible deal for Black Friday. I think because we already think it's amazing value.
I think what we should do a good deal on the annual one, because
yeah,
I think that'd be good, and I think we should I don't know.
Well, okay, WJM, because it's you, we'll make it a good one.
Yeah, and we should also look after the people who are already paying the full price annual as well. So we'll do that in the future as well. So also I did discuss this with Maff, but what we decided to do as well is do a kind of grandfathering price thing. So if you subscribe to the monthly or the annual or whatever now, then as long as you stay subscribed, it will never go up. So well, certainly in the lifetime of me. I think I'm the oldest, I'm not sure, but yeah, and so
yeah, I bring the much needed youthful vibe. I think I'm like 2 years younger than you or something.
Yeah, so yeah, there is that. But yeah, so the Black Friday thing, I think it's going to be good deals on the annual, but the month is cheap enough already, So
yeah.
So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you want to try it out for a month, then there's no disadvantage with doing it now, because if you then decide by Black Friday that you want the annual, it'll be a bargain by then anyway, and your month will be done. When's Black Friday? 27th or something, or
don't know.
Anyway, something like
Probably.
that.
Yeah, it's the end of the month, isn't it? Anyway, towards the end. So yeah. Just to emphasise that, really. So,
but anyway,
if you get the monthly now, it's basically like a discount anyway, because it's so bleeding cheap. And as Save was saying, that we'll look after you basically. If you then want to get the Black Friday annual, we'll incorporate that. So you won't miss out on the deal by doing that.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so the Discord. If you want to show them the Discord, and I'll just pop up a.
Let's find it.
I'll pop up a. Right, so that QR code in the corner now, and also the URL savewithcrypto.org/Discord. That is how you can get to the Discord, which is free, by the way.
Let's give you a sneak glimpse of the trading floor. I don't know if it's relevant for the conversation, but you're having green signals from Quadzilla on the 4-hour. I would say that's highly relevant.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's good. There you go. I bet that's made your day. I've thumbs up there. This is my inflated ego going there. Right. Thank you, Space Gato, by the way. I appreciate it. I say some ridiculous things. Sometimes I just realised. If I allow myself to just start mumbling, the subconscious randomness just comes forward. So anyway, we're supposed to be shilling this, aren't we? So yeah, on the Discord, when you join initially, you get the public channels essentially, which are still pretty good. So join for free, and you'll get this Quadzilla TA channel, where just there's daily TA that goes in there. I haven't actually done today's yet, but either me or Save will add that in later on, and also the trading floor where you don't get that, sorry, on the free, but the trading floor, once you've joined the full thing, you get the trader role, then you get access to all of these others, and you can discuss things and ask questions. So like in Quadzilla, it's really Quadzilla and TA learning. So if you've got questions about Quadzilla itself, or about just trading, planning trades, technical analysis, all of that stuff generally, then that channel is the place to ask questions, and then one or more of us tends to answer, and then it turns into a good discussion, and a whole bunch of other things. So trading floor is kind of for crypto. There was a request this morning to add Forex into that, so that's now stocks, FX, and really anything non-crypto trading can go into that. So the traders who are in the Discord do post their own chart TA and setups and so on into these. So it's well worth it even for that. And that's the Discord.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Right. So yeah, and the way it works as well is, like for free, you can see what's going on. If you want to get more involved, then all we ask is that you sign up to one of the crypto exchanges that we got there, and then when you've done that, do a trade, and then send me the UID, like the ID from there, and then we'll upgrade you to the sort of trader status, so you can then look at the trading form and get a trading floor, and then get involved and stuff like that. So it's a really cool place. Though I'm really pleased with the way the Discord has turned out, actually. So
yeah, definitely. Right. So essentially, it's if you want full access, then you can effectively do it for free. And because like on Bitunix at the moment, if you sign up on there using the current offer, that's actually a pretty stellar offer, isn't it? You kind of get free cash to trade with by doing that. So it's almost like you're being paid to join the Discord in a way. But similarly, if you buy Quadzilla, then you automatically get full access to the Discord. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Right. Thank you very much for everyone coming along. Thank you, Maff, for your excellent input and all that.
Absolutely.
Cyprian saying,
just saying,
shill the winning trade section as well.
Should quickly do that.
Yeah,
right.
I think it's because Cyprian's got some good ones in there.
That should be celebrated.
I was going to put one in this morning, but it was like 2% or something. It was about $70, but it was like, I thought it was rubbish.
Yeah, I mean this is very respectable, to be honest. I mean that's a 5x long, 70%. Those are good trades. There is also 21. That's pretty darn good as well. That's on Solana, and is that? Oh yeah, there's a long. These are all longs now, aren't they? Because there's a definite kind of feeling that the price probably has bounced. It's reversed now, isn't it? It's on its way back up. Yeah, whoa, that was the short. That was such a good catch.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 46%, and so on and so on. Just, and I could scroll up almost indefinitely on those. These are Quadzilla driven trades for the most part as well.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for everyone who's contributed to that as well. That's awesome stuff. Okay, right. I think we're done now. So yeah, thank you again for your input, Maff, and thank you for everyone for coming along. Please do come back tomorrow. We'll be doing it at the same time again tomorrow. Yeah. And what else is it? Please do like the stream. Oh, I ran a poll actually. Hang on, let me. Let me see what the result was. Let's end it. So that said, I said, have you liked it yet? And 60% said, of course. 10% said doing it now, and 30% said, sorry, I'm driving. Now the thing is that was a trick question, because if you can answer sorry, I'm driving, you could have clicked like, right? So
so
anyway,
let that be a lesson to you.
yeah, that was a trick question. Anyway, so I've never done a poll before. I just wanted to do it and see if it would work. So that's cool. That's how it's all happening, isn't it? It's brilliant. Anyway, thank you for everyone coming along. Do like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and tell your friends. And it's good afternoon from me, and
Good afternoon from him.
bye.
Oh, did it? Wait, bye.